day to everyone. So, I hope our day is good, despite of the challenges of our lives, in our lives. So, dapat tayo ay masaya kasi tayo ay isang mandaya. So, okay, our topic for today is it's all about indigenous people. So, indigenous people in the Philippines, who are the indigenous people, and so on. Okay? What is indigenous people mean? So, indigenous people are distinct social and cultural groups that share collective ancestral ties to the lands and natural resources where they live, occupy, or which they have been displaced. So, indigenous people have rich and ancient cultures and view their social, economic, environmental, spiritual system as independent. So, most of the time, their voices and grievance is not heard by the government. According to the studies, so indigenous people were vulnerable and their ancestral lands nowadays slowly losing, 'di ba? May nakita ko si documentaries, may most of the leaders ng mga tribes sa Luzon banda ata yon. So most of the time kasi ang mga leader ng tribes is sila yung nakikipag-communicate, nakikipag-collaborate at nakikipag-meet sa mga iba't ibang agencies. So kadalasan ang mga topic is about lupa. So mga hinaing nila about at mga karapatan nila about sa kanilang mga ancestral domain, sa mga ancestral na lupa nila, which is hindi dapat pakialaman ng ating gobyerno. But anong ginawa? So may nakita ko sa isang documentary is tinayuan ng isang establishment ang lupa ng mga indigenous people, so which is hindi naman dapat galawin o pakialaman ng government na yan kasi part yan ng kanilang heritage, no? So pero walang magawa ang mga katribo, kaya nananahimik na lang kasi most of their leaders pag binabanggit or pag pinaglalaban ng kanilang karapatan is namamatay sa mga hindi alam na kadahilanan. Did you know that if we adopt the mindset or we have the same mindset to those indigenous people, we are indigenous, we are part of indigenous people. If we adopt those mindsets, maybe we can save our mother earth. Why? Because according to the indigenous people, for them is everything is connected, everything is equal, so they respect everything from all living things, not just all living things, but also the objects. So their mindset towards the spiritually, it's so unique. So if we adapt, because for them, as they believe that everything is connected from the people, animals, and environment. So if we protect our environment, if we love our environment, we respect our environment, maybe we can save Earth, diba? Have you ever noticed that? Kasi pag nirespeto natin yung environment natin, mapag-alaga tayo ng environment natin, hindi tayo magtatapon ng basura kung saan-saan, di ba? Ganyan dapat yung mindset natin. So, let's move on. So, the next topic is about indigenous people of the Philippines. So, what is indigenous people of the Philippines? Indigenous people or IPs of the Philippines held a distinct culture before the arrival of Spanish, American, and Japanese colonizers in our archipelago. So we must be proud na we are part of indigenous people, we are Mandaya, we are under Lumad tribes. We must be proud because before the colonizers arrived in our archipelago, we have our own cultures. We have our own cultures, beliefs, and everything that originate from the true people or from the true citizen, the original citizen of the Philippines. Indigenous peoples in the Philippines contribute significantly to the nation's rich cultural diversity. Comprising various ethnic groups, they play a crucial role in shaping the country's identity. So let's explore some sort of history, culture, challenges, and current status of indigenous communities in the Philippines. There are several groups of indigenous communities in the Philippines, such as the Igorot, Lumad, Mangyan, and Aitan, and other more. So this group of people have unique social structures, languages, and customs that have developed over millennia. So in terms of cultural heritage, so indigenous cultures in the Philippines are characterized by variant traditions, intricate or art forms, and deep connection to nature, traditional dances, music, and craftsmanship that showcase the creativity and resilience of these communities. We indigenous people face many challenges despite of our cultural richness. So indigenous people in the Philippines face numerous challenges such as land disposition, discrimination, and limited access to education and healthcare are among the issues that threaten their well-being. Additionally, some indigenous communities are vulnerable to the impacts of environmental changes and displacement due to development projects. Generally, we should be proud that we are part of Mandaya tribe. Basically, we are indigenous people and nothing to be ashamed about. I will show some sort of video that will showcase the situation of indigenous people in the past administration.
They are from the Manobo Pulangian tribe, considered one of the very first inhabitants in the southern region of Mindanao. But Datu Rolando Anglao and his clan have lived on this roadside for many years now. They hope to take back more than 1,000 hectares of land, now privately owned, that once belonged to their ancestors. They were shot at by gunmen, despite having written government permission to reclaim their land. Charita del Socorro was shot, together with 3 other Manobos.
Private army, nagbuto na.
The gunmen came from nowhere and started shooting at us. When I fell, I thought, what sort of life do we live?
We've been corralled. For 5 years, we pleaded to Duterte's administration to help us. No one is here to protect us. People here don't see us as human beings. To them, we are garbage.
The Manobos were also attacked 5 years ago when their leader Renato Anglao was shot dead. His killing remains unresolved. The story of Manobo Pulangion is a story that is repeated many times over. According to the international group The Global Witness, the Philippines is the deadliest country for land defenders across the Asian continent, and Mindanao holds the highest number of recorded killings. When President Rodrigo Duterte was sworn into office in 2016, he vowed to defend the plight of indigenous peoples and the environment. But at least 160 environmental defenders were killed between 2016 and 2020. A shocking increase, say many, even for a country long accustomed to violence. The tribe's people killed often spoke out against illegal logging, mining, and dam projects. Climate change is also a threat. Extreme weather also devastates vulnerable communities. And many Filipinos hope that after Duterte retires in July, the next administration will shift its focus and protect indigenous peoples, considered by some here to be the last line of defense against climate breakdown. Jamela